During my years of grade school, I always reserved a special kind of hate for math teachers. They were always the people that would come after my GPA. They were the ones that would throw obstacles like exams where a calculator was prohibited and would force us to learn formulas that they promised we would use in the real world. But there's one person who garnered even more hate in my heart than the math teacher. One person who would most certainly taint my report cards every quarter, giving me a grade that was just below excellent. The Spanish teacher. Today we're talking about the Spanish language, because your boy has had it. I was born in a Spanish-speaking country, which means the Spanish is my native language. Am I proud of that? Hell no. If I learned and became fluent in more languages, I can assure you that no matter how many or which languages I learned, Spanish will certainly be at the bottom. Because even though it was the main language I spoke for 17 years of my life, your boy would be lying if he told you he got excited whenever he finds out he needs to write something in Spanish. Let's just say that me and Spanish grammar have a hateful relationship. And if you're someone who is trying to learn Spanish for whatever reason, but you find yourself struggling to, I'm here for you. Starting by me telling you that it's not you. It's the language the colonizer daddy pushed on so many countries below North America. But what's wrong with Spanish? Why is it so much harder to learn and use than English? Well, let's start with accents. Have you ever wondered why instead of using different words for things that are related, we don't settle on a single one but differentiate it by how it sounds? Because it's more simple to use different words. But the Spanish language doesn't think so. Why use the words walked and path when you can settle on camino? You know, by either saying camino or camino. One of them's a noun, the other's a past verb, and it's on you to figure out where the accent goes. And of course, some of you are gonna be like, oh yeah, that is so easy. Like, obviously you're gonna put the accent on camino at the end because you're putting more emphasis on the last syllable. Yeah, you want me to congratulate you because of your base. But oh my friends, if only it was that simple. Because of course we have rules. And I'm not gonna go over them because this video isn't a Spanish course. This video is what you watch after you drop your Spanish course. And so we have all these rules. And suddenly I'm failing or almost failing my Spanish exams. I can still remember how before every exam, I would sit down at my desk chair and I'd wait patiently while she gave out the exam sheets. And during that time I would pray that one day her heels would break while she was going down a set of staircases and she would fall, resulting in us not having a Spanish teacher because the school couldn't afford a substitute. Them breaking that heel. That's all I needed to secure my 4.0.
What the is going on in here on this day?
And you may be thinking, wait, but the English language also has instances in which the same word is used but with a different sound. So how come in English we don't have to use accents? Because it's simple. It's a standard language and anyone can learn it, even dumb people. Damn it, now I feel bad about myself. But we don't stop at accents. No, my friend. Strike 2 of the Spanish language is that it's a gendered language. Take these two objects, a lamppost and a box. No matter how you use them, you're always gonna refer to them as the lamppost and the box. But in Spanish, we're gonna gender these objects. The box becomes la caja and the lamppost becomes el poste, el. What makes a box feminine? Well, it don't got those curves, but you can pack that booty.
Child.
What about a lamppost? What makes it masculine? It's a twink.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
When we run into a gendered language, we obviously have more problems. How are non-binary people going to refer to themselves? How are we going to make sure that we can describe a diverse group of people with mixed genders without using male pronouns as the default? Nowadays, we have words like ella, but they're so new that I've never ran into someone that actually uses them. So Spanish is not the most gender fluid friendly language. It is also one of the least standardized languages. Because with so many people speaking Spanish around the globe, you can bet your bottom that they're gonna use different words for the exact same object in different countries. What's that? You want me to get you a straw? Or in Spanish, sorbeto, sorbete, popote, pajilla, pajillita, pitillo, bombilla. Stop. Now the difference in vocabulary is justified since the root cause of that is the fact that a lot of these countries' native languages mixed with Spanish when, you know, Spain came and taught them Spanish. So it's not a big deal since you can easily pick up these word differences if you already speak Spanish. Oof, but if you don't speak Spanish, make sure you look which country you want to speak Spanish for. Because if you don't... So if you ever want to ask me, hey Abdir, why did you leave Puerto Rico when you were 17, almost basically a grown-ass adult, and move to a country that mainly spoke your secondary language? That's the real reason why. I was sick of failing Spanish at school, so I did. Yeah, that and definitely not Puerto Rico's homophobia and toxic masculinity. But you know what? If you want to learn Spanish, go for it. You're not gonna regret it. You're gonna be able to visit so many wonderful countries whose culture are quite simply superior to the rest of the world. And you're finally gonna be able to order authentic Latin food without having to pull up Google Translate. And even though in school, I always slightly hated Spanish more than math. I can assure you that when it comes to real-world application, accents are more useful than derivatives will ever be. Or at least until we all start relying entirely on ChatGPT for writing our Spanish essays. But until then, keep on learning Spanish. Does anyone know what the Spanish word is for a restraining order?
You got me exclusive. I'm so high up and lucid. You take me to a safe place. We steady on the same pace, yeah. I'm crazy. You like that? Don't back down. No, you talk back. Keep it spicy. That's a fact. We on the right track.